Hi everyone. Today we're going to be covering the suprahyoid and infrahyoid muscles. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover the origin, insertion, actions, and nerves for those muscles. Then we're going to go over the lines of pull for the action. And then we're going to take a quick look at how to stretch those muscles in the passively insufficient position. So there are multiple muscles that make up our suprahyoids and our infrahyoids. There's a little picture here, but we'll take a closer look in another program. But you can see there's four main muscles for the suprahyoids. Supra meaning above, so they're going to be located just superior or just above the hyoid bone. And then our infrahyoids are going to be just inferior or just below the hyoid bone. So let's take a closer look at some of these muscles in another program. All right. So looking at the suprahyoids, let's zoom out a little bit. So again, they're going to be above this hyoid bone. We'll have the digastric, which is highlighted here. And all of these muscles are going to have different origins. And so, for example, the digastric, this one is going to be at the lower border of the jaw. Then if we look at something like the stylohyoid, the origin is going to be at the styloid process back here. But the key thing is that they're all going to insert on the hyoid bone, which is right here. And then we have other suprahyoids. We have our mylohyoid, which is like the base of the mouth. And then a little deeper, the geniohyoid. And then as far as innervation, again, they'll have different innervations, but one thing I want to point out is that for the digastric and the mylohyoid, they're both innervated by the trigeminal nerve, which is an important nerve because it's also going to innervate your masseter, but that's a different topic. So then infrahyoids, again, they're going to have different origins, but it's going to be the omohyoid, sternohyoid, thyrohyoid, and sternothyroid is going to be a little deeper. Again, they'll all have different origins, but they're all going to insert on the hyoid bone, and then all pretty much have different innervations. So what do these muscles do? So their primary action is going to be mandible depression, which is just going to be, if I look to the side, so dropping that jaw open, and we can take a look in this program of what that looks like. Again, so just dropping that jaw open. So then let's take a look at what that looks like if we think about it in terms of the line of pull of the muscle. For the line of pull, it's really going to be two lines of pull that work in tandem together to create mandible depression. So let's take a look. Starting with the suprahyoids, their line of pull is going to be in this direction, roughly. You can kind of see tracing those muscle fibers too in this picture even. And then separately, the infrahyoids, their line of pull is going to be down this way. So you can imagine if it was just the suprahyoids working, it would actually act similar to a pulley system where they would actually be pulling this hyoid bone upwards and this way, and that's without the infrahyoids. So when the infrahyoids kick in and stabilize that hyoid bone and pull down this way, then that's how in total it's going to swing that jaw open and you're going to get mandible depression in combination of both the suprahyoids and the infrahyoids. Finally, we can think about what passive insufficiency would look like for these muscles. It would be the neck extended. You can use the thumbs under your chin for that extra stretch, with the mandible elevated or the jaw completely shut, and then also the tongue against the roof of the mouth. So basically what that looks like is just up. You can put thumbs under, jaw closed, tongue against the roof of the mouth. And those are the suprahyoids and infrahyoids.